As we welcome in our pal Joe Convertino Jr. from CH Insurance, it is our Cup of Joe segment. Joe, how are you today?
Hey, good morning, Gomez. I just got a refill of my coffee, so I'm ready to go.
Oh, good for you. How many for you on a regular normal day? Are you a one cup guy, two?
I'm probably a 3, and then I drive in with one.
I do. Yeah, I'll make one at home. I'll have one as I'm getting ready for work, and then pour what's left into a little travel thermos that I have here. And then,
you need one early. What time you driving in? 4?
4. I leave the house probably about 4:30-ish.
Nice.
Right around there. So yeah, nice.
Nice. You probably had to bundle up today.
A little. Yeah, there was a wind chill that came up in the forecast today. So it's
well,
okay.
We'll have to wait for the weekend to golf, Gomez.
We'll get out there. And I know, Joe, you're a big Yankee fan. Big night last night. Anthony Rizzo, the first baseman, with 3 home runs.
Yeah, it was unbelievable. I couldn't stay up, but they won 12-8, right?
Yeah. No.
Yeah, it was a good win. Good win. You like this team, Gomez?
Yeah, earlier, and I think you were a part of the call as well when we had Paul O'Neill on.
Right.
That little Q&A segment a couple of weeks ago, the Yankee legend. And, he kind of broke it down, and I agree with him, about what he thinks the team has this year. And I'm liking him.
I like him, too. You know what's interesting? I'd like your opinion with Major League Baseball, more specifically Yankees with these pitchers. Can you believe these starting pitchers, probably go 4 to 5 innings, and they're all throwing probably 95, and then the relievers come in, and everybody's throwing 98 to 102.
There was a pitcher about a week ago, Joe, from the Cincinnati Reds, and I don't remember which pitcher, but he in the game had 39 pitches that he threw over 100 miles an hour.
It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. I thought Severino went 6 yesterday, which is long now.
Yeah.
Where you think of the old days when we were kids, right? Nolan Ryan, Fergie Jenkins, those guys all went 9 and 10 innings.
They did. While we're on that, I can't remember the year, but the legendary St. Louis Cardinals pitcher Bob Gibson in what maybe it was 1968. I don't remember the number of complete games that he had, but it was like 20, whatever it is, like full 9-inning games. It's a different game now, but it just doesn't happen anymore.
Yeah, there's no complete games, and then with no hitters, Gomez, there's 5 pitchers that do the no hitter.
Yeah, it's a different, and like Paul O'Neill said during that segment, and we'll talk some insurance in a moment here for you, Joe. Back in the day, as a hitter, you wanted to knock the starting pitcher out. Now you don't want to face the guys that they bring in throwing 100 miles an hour. So as a hitter now, you want the starting pitcher to stay in as long as you can because you have more chances to see the pitch.
You're right.
Unbelievable. New ball game. Anyway, Joe, new season, obviously. And we were just joking a little bit off the air, but on QSportsTalk.com, especially for golfers out there, been a wet start and a cold start to the golf season. We'll get there. We always do, but still, this is the time of the year when flooding and rain and snow melt and all that come into play.
Yeah, it's definite. The spring season is here, and we recently picked up a client, one of our agents, and it was all revolving around water backup in the basement where someone thought they had the coverage and they didn't have the coverage. So, everybody has sump pumps. You got to double check your policies. These are endorsements, Gomez, that really go on your policy for maybe $15 to give you $5,000 of backup coverage. So you got to double check these homeowners coverages. And from a springtime standpoint, people have cleaned gutters and, all the leaves around the downspouts and things of that nature. You got to double check it in the spring because, this stuff as it starts to rain again and we're going to get those torrential downpours, and with the thaw and all that, it just becomes very moist and there's leakage and seepage in the basements.
Get it checked and get ahead of it. And that's a good tip. And I know as you're talking about that, Joe, just last weekend we were doing some of the yard cleanup And I do that with the rain gutters just to double check. And one of them was a little bit clogged. So, I snaked
Were
it out.
Were you up on a ladder, Gomez?
No, I don't do that anymore.
I don't need you on a ladder, buddy.
I don't, there's a commercial about that I see, and I agree with it. When I was younger, I used to, Joe, I would be the guy in the winter if there was 3 feet of snow on the roof, and I would climb up with no safety, anything, and take, my snow shovel on the roof and a little hatchet to
Oh, you loved it. Yeah, then
away
you
the
probably
ice.
jumped off the roof.
Yeah. And now it's like I can't even think. I get queasy thinking about climbing up there and just hanging off the side.
Right. Now, Gomez, though, if you do have someone you hire to come at your home with a ladder, little test for you. What should they have, Gomez?
A bond or a bonded, like insurance.
We want them to. You want them to have insurance because Gomez, if they fall off that ladder and they don't have insurance, who do you think's getting sued?
My neighbor.
Yeah, you and your wife, Gomez.
I know.
We don't want that.
Good. Another good tip.
No, on a serious note, you have any little contractor, maintenance person doing work for all our listeners out there, make sure this springtime painting, cleanup, mowing, make sure you request an insurance certificate. Last tip of the morning.
Great one at that, Joe. Thanks, as always. And we'll talk to you, hopefully see you on a golf course soon, but we'll talk to you in a couple of weeks.
We'll see you soon. Have a great day.